Welcome to the channel. I'm Base Bellagio. Before we get started with another great gaming video, hit that subscribe button. This past month we've had amazing views and only 12% of you are subscribed. The other 87% are not subscribed, and it would really help me out if you subscribe to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be discussing the different days of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo and what ships I'm looking forward to renting. Now, I'm probably going to rent every single ship there is, but there are certain ships that I'm looking forward to try and looking forward to using to make money in this game. On November 19th, Anvil Aerospace hits the floor with a bunch of awesome combat ships and a cargo ship, which is really an explorer. I'm definitely looking forward to renting the Super Hornet. The Super Hornet is a flying, tanky combat fighter, and I'll definitely use this ship to make a lot of money doing bounties. The Gladiator is also another amazing combat vessel that I'll probably end up using once I get tired of the Hornet. And then I really want to fly the Terrapin. Try that out. Never have experienced the Terrapin before. The Valkyrie is going to be fun to utilize and get some footage of for future review video maybe. And all around, the first day is a great day to meet people, but also to be using these ships for combat. And now we get the Carrack. The Carrack is my favorite all-around live-in vessel. To fly around with, to explore the verse, I will definitely be using the Carrack to be doing some cargo missions and just to be enjoying the verse, getting some good footage. Carrack is definitely a fun ship. On November 20th is Robert Space Industries. What can I say bad about RSI? Not much. I'm a huge fan of the constellations. I might even be upgrading my Drake Cuddy to a Constellation Andromeda if the sale is proper. The Constellation Phoenix is my all-time favorite money waster ship. That means if I'm rich at endgame, if I just have a bunch of money burning a hole in my pocket, the Constellation Phoenix is probably the ship I'm going to buy. I love how the outside's rugged, the inside's beautiful. Great live-in vessel just to fly around, go land on microtech, look at the flora and the clouds, and just enjoy the scenery. Making money on day 2 will probably be bounties again. You can use the Andromeda as a great gunship, missile ship. Also, the Taurus is the first big cargo ship that people will acquire besides the Cargo Misc Maxes. And I'm definitely going to rent the Ursa Rover to drive around outside the conference center and around microtech when I'm landing close to the area and not landing at the space station. The third day is Aegis Dynamics. Again, another great company that I have not tried enough ships. The Hammerhead. I want to try, I want to explore, look around, obviously. The Reclaimer and Redeemer, the latter being the one that everyone's making fun of. I want to see the wasted space on the Redeemer. I want to see the component room. And I just want to fly around with it. Other than that, we have some amazing combat vessels again. The first 3 days, guys, take advantage of all these combat vessels. You should be making hundreds of thousands of credits using some of these ships. Vanguard Sentinel. I used to own it. Very awesome ship. The Hoplite. You really can't go wrong with any of the Aegis combat fighters. And personally, I want to try out the Bomber, the Retaliator. Very cool looking ship. Reminds me of the ship the X-Men used to fly. Day 4, November 22nd, is kind of a mixed bag. They're having a bunch of little companies. And this day might be a down day just to use the previous days to grind whatever missions you're doing. Cargo, bounties. Some of the cool ships I want to try on day 4 are the Apoa Cartual. Never flown this ship. Looks really cool. It's like a giant transformer. Want to fly that. And then the Nox Hoverbike. Will I risk my life flying this thing? Of course. Of course I will. Will I sneak it into the conference center? Maybe glitch it through a barrier? We could be hopeful. We could be wishful. It'd be cool to drive this thing around the conference room. The Banu Defender. My buddy used to have this ship. Very interesting alien ship. Definitely want to fly around with it, get some footage. And then the Asperia, the Blade, the Glaives. All these I need to try out. They all look really freaking cool. The Prowler, the Talon. I've never fought in any of these vessels or have done bounties in them, and I definitely want to try them out. Day 5 is Crusader Industries Tumbrel Land Systems. I am looking forward to Day 5 the most. Day 5, I'm probably going to play the entire day. We have all the new Ares vehicles, the Ion, the Inferno. We have the new C2, A2, M2, all variants, the Hercules models, and we even have the Mercury Star Runner, which I have not flown yet. All these ships I need to get some footage for, first and foremost. But in terms of my goals for the game and progression, the Hercules Starlifter, the C2, that is the one I want for cargo. I want to load this thing up, fly around, and make some money. Really excited. It's almost like a luxury cargo ship. How clean it looks, the angles, the sight lines, the doors. I love the C2 Hercules Starlifter. Definitely cool. And the Mercury Star Runner I have to try for myself. Tumbrel has a bunch of ground vehicles. Again, we have to try them all out. Haven't tried the Nova Tonk yet. We'll definitely be ordering that and using it for a couple days. The 6th day, November 24th, is Origin Jumpworks. Origin is one of my favorite companies. I love the luxury ships. I love how clean they look, how highbrow. And I've flown most of these ships already, but the sleeper here is the 600i. I have completed more bounties with the 600i than any other ship. It is a devastating combat vessel, believe it or not. The cannons on it are powerful, and as long as you have good aim, you could conquer a lot of high-risk targets with the 600i. Day 7, November 25th, Argo Astronautics, Grey Cat Industrial, Consolidated Outland, and Kruger Intergalactic. This day's kind of like a given. Again, this will be like a filler day. I'm definitely going to be trying out things I've never tried before. I've never went rock mining because I've had a prospector that I get stuck in all the time. So I'm going to try out rock mining. Gotta rent the Nomad again. The Nomad was my very first vessel ever. When I first got the game in 3.12, 3.12, I got the Nomad package when I started out. I was blown away. Didn't really understand the game, but I had a space pickup truck with a bed that could be lowered to the ground. I had a lot of fun with this ship, and I definitely want to fly it again. Get some good footage of it. Is it a good ship for combat? Not compared to anything I've mentioned already. It's more just my guilty pleasure ship and nostalgia ship. All the Mustang variants are okay. Like I said, nothing better than what we've had before. And the moles. I definitely want to try out the mole mining vessel. I don't know what the inside looks like. I don't know how it flies. And I'm definitely going to try to get a crew that day to go mining. November 26th, day number 8 is Drake Interplanetary. Oh my, what do I want to try with Drake? I want to try the Herald, big time. I want to try the Dragonfly, ground vehicle, see if I could survive riding on it for more than a couple minutes. I actually want to try out the Cutlass Blue and Red. I've never flown them. I know that's very similar to the black, but I want to check out the interior, check out the differences. Why is the Cutlass Blue better than the black for bounties, like I've heard? The Buccaneer, a great single-seat combat ship. I'll try it out. Never flown it before. I think I owned one, but I didn't really fly it. And then the Piece de Resistance, the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar, one of the coolest cargo ships in the game. It's like a maze walking around inside of it. For such a small, tight area, very maze-like ship. I just love how rugged it is. Reminds me of like a Halo vessel. The Pillar of Autumn or something, right? Very cool ship. When it's finished, when it goes gold and there's different modules and things you can add to it, this might be one of the coolest and most utilitarian ships out there. The Drake Caterpillar. November 27th and day 9 is Musashi Industrial and Starfighter Concern. This is MISC. Freelancers, the DUR, the MAX, the MIS, prospectors. Definitely, I want to try out some of the other ones I mentioned earlier. I own a prospector. I don't need to get stuck in that thing again. We have some different racing vessels that I definitely want to fly around and get as close to the ground as possible. Flying fast. The Reliant Tana. Definitely something I want to take a look at. Weird little ship. And then we have the Starfarer. The Starfarer. Another big Chungus vessel. I gotta get inside this thing and look around. I really do. I love the big ships in this game for all the detail, the components, the buttons, the little bells and whistles. November 28th, day 10 is Best in Show. Weapons and armor. So who knows what they're going to have that day? Probably just the best of the best. Just another filler day to use your rentals in the previous 48 hours. So day 10, we'll probably be using the Freelancer Max, the Freelancer DUR, the Missile one, and possibly from the day before, some of the Drake stuff on day 10. And then the finale, November 29th through the 1st, all ships previously available. Anything that you liked earlier, rent it again. I'll probably rent the Carrack again, guys. And I'll LARP around as Captain Picard, flying around, picking people up, maybe playing Dr. Quinn, Space Medicine Man. We're going to have some fun with the Carrack, and it'll double as a little cargo vessel to and fro, bringing some cargo. What are you excited for during the IAE? Are you just excited to hang out with new people playing the game? Are you excited to have some fun interactions with players? Are you excited to hang around the Expo Center? I might hang out at the Expo Center and pretend I'm homeless. Just be the vagrant. Never leave. Singing songs and reveling in the mysteries of space. Let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you around. And thank you very much for watching.